Hello, Diane here. Today's class for Yoga for PD is going to focus on balance and core strength. They have a lot to do with one another. Having a strong core supports the spine and contributes to stability and overall balance. There's also knowing where your weight is on your feet, whether it's forward or backward, left or right. We look for evenness in that weight distribution, whether we're moving or standing or seated. That contributes to overall balance and optimal posture. So let's begin. Seated here with the ankles under the knees. We're just going to pitch our weight slightly forward and notice the weight is on the ball of the foot. Now shift over, you're coming over toward the right side of the chair and lifting up this left side slightly even off the chair, and then we're rolling to the back and then rolling over to the left. So let's make a little rock and roll or hula hoop circles on the chair and start to make them smaller and smaller. And we will find ourselves in a place of balance. Stop where you feel balanced. Sitting tall, choosing to have the palms up, backs of the hands on the tops of the thighs, or palms of the hands down onto the thighs. Bring the elbows a little bit closer to that waist. And then begin to drop into your breathing. Softly closing your eyes. And just noticing the qualities of your breath right here and right now. You might simply notice the coolness of your breath as it comes in through your nostrils, and the warmth of your breath as you exhale through the nostrils, even through the mouth. So just that even, steady in and out of your breath. Just breathe. Now at the sound of my voice, we'll begin to softly open the eyes and let the room come back into focus. And invite some gentle movement into our body. Taking the hands and grabbing the sides of the chair with either hand for stability. We're going to walk in place. Keeping the knees bent, let's first lift the right foot up, pressing down firmly into the mat with that left foot. And then opposite, pressing the right foot into the mat and lifting the left bent knee. And just marching in place, going with your own speed, left, right, and trying to keep the torso sitting tall, reaching the crown of the head up toward the ceiling as we're doing this, activating the core muscles. So one more lift of the knee on the left, on the right, and we'll all meet up with both feet flat on the mat, both knees bent. Now let's release the hands, press down firmly into the mat with that left foot, and bring the right foot up off the mat. Take the palms of the hands behind the knee, thumbs on either side of the knee, and we'll do a few soft ankle rolls. Just gently, you choose the direction for the first side, the first direction, and then we'll reverse. going the opposite direction. Perfect. Then release the hands and drop that foot down. Press firmly into the mat with the right foot. Hands come behind the left knee. Thumbs on either side of that left knee, and we'll start to do ankle rolls here. Rolling the ankle first one way and then the opposite direction, noticing that there are differences, left side, right side. One ankle might be stickier than another. Super, we're going to release that. Now grab the sides of the chair again for stability, for bend and extending our legs. Then we're going to lift that right leg. We're going to lift the right knee. Extend the right leg out toward the front of the room, and then rebend. We'll just do that a few more times. Bend and extend on the right, bend and extend on the right. And the next time that the leg is fully extended, let's sit tall and point and flex the toes. We're pointing like a ballerina toward the front of the room, and then the toes are pulling toward the shin, and the heel is reaching away from us. Very nice. Going at your own speed. One more point, one more flex. We'll bend that right knee, put the right foot down onto the mat, press down firmly with that right foot, and bring that left knee up, and we'll bend and extend. Now, keeping an active foot. We've got the heel reaching out right now, and the toes are slightly pulling back toward the shin. The next time the left leg is fully extended, we'll keep it there. And point and flex on this side. Noticing that, again, this side may be tighter or looser than the right side. We're symmetrical, but we are not identical, left side, right side. Beautiful. Now let's bend the left knee and place that left foot down on the mat. Now if you have a block, grab a block and place it between the knees. If you don't, just keep your feet hips distance apart, shoulder width apart, toes facing forward, feet parallel to one another. And roll the muscles of the leg in like you are gripping a block. Beautiful. Let's bring the arms out in a wide T. Bend those elbows. Knit the hands together into a basket. Place that basket or catcher's mitt behind the back of the skull. And then fan the elbows out toward the side wall. Feel that lift of the chest. We'll take an inhale here and do some yogi sit-ups by curling forward, bringing the elbows closer to one another, and pointing the nose toward that block or space between your leg. You should feel the belly muscles active now, bringing it back together by coming up. Yeah. So moving back and forth. Now the next time that we are all sitting tall, elbows reaching out to the side wall, we'll stay looking tall or sitting tall. Lift up on the inhale and then turn from the right side of the belly to the left, and then point the elbow down at the right knee. Come back to center on the inhale. On the exhale, we'll rotate left side of the belly to the right and point the left elbow toward the space in the middle. We'll do a couple more. And release. Bringing the arms out in a wide T, flipping the palms to look at the ceiling, and bringing them up, the arms up into a wide V. Reaching up, reaching the tips of the fingers up, the elbows up, reaching the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here. Grabbing the left wrist with the right fingers, the right hand. Pulling up before side bending over to the right. Any amount. Feeling on the left side a stretch from that armpit down to the hip point. And a slight crunching of that, or contraction of the right side. And then lifting back up, unhooking and reattaching by having the left hand grab the right wrist, lifting up, creating beautiful space in that right side body before reaching over to the left. Now feeling more space on the right side body from the armpit way down to the hip point. Coming back up, beautiful, and then bringing the arms down. Now you can release the block from between the legs and bring the legs together. Two legs become one. Pressing the tops of the thighs to lift up, sit tall. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, let's twist from the left side of the belly to the right, putting the left palm on the outside of the right thigh, and then just grabbing the chair back or anything back here to land the hands and secure you, anchor you, lifting up tall, and then twisting to the right. If the neck allows, looking over the right shoulder and breathing. And releasing the hands, the head, neck, shoulders, and the torso to the front. Now press down again. We'll reestablish the rooting or the grounding with pressing the feet firmly into the mat, lifting up, sitting tall. Inhale, and on the exhale, we'll bring the right palm to the outside of the left leg, and then grab the back of the chair or anywhere on the side of the chair. And breathe. Coming out. Separate the legs so that they are hips distance apart. Grab onto press down with the left foot. Left thumb onto left shoulder, and then reach the left arm up as you take the right foot up off the floor, keeping a bent leg, opposite arm and leg lift. And then lower the left arm and the right foot. Grab on with the left hand. Right thumb on right shoulder, lifting that arm up as we bring that left knee up, left foot up off the mat. So we'll do this a little more quickly. Opposite arm and leg lifts. So left knee, right arm, right leg up, left arm up. One more round. Left knee, right arm, right knee, left arm. And now breathe into it. Now let's rock forward and backward a few times, placing the palms on the tops of the thigh. And when you're ready, lean forward, heavy the weight in the heels, and we'll slowly come up to stand. Coming behind the chair for downward facing dog. Grabbing the tops of the chair, the top of the chair, and walking back until you feel like you're in a 90-degree angle. And the backs of the thighs and the sit bones, the weight's heavy in the heel, they're reaching back toward the wall behind you. And your head is in line with your biceps. Beautiful. And we'll come back up into our mountain pose, our standing mountain pose. Ball of the foot, weight in the heel of the foot. Setting our balance point, lifting up tall, catching our breath. And then we'll come back to our downward facing dog by walking slowly back. Hands on the chair, ears in line with the bicep. Lengthen the spine, tailbone, backs of the thighs, calves. Reaching toward the wall behind you, heavy in the heels. Now let's become heavier in that left foot as we, and micro bend that left leg as we extend the right leg back any amount. You don't want to go over the hips, but you want to, it can be 2 inches, it can be anywhere. And opposite that, one-legged dog. So walking back up into mountain pose. Coming to the front of the chair, knowing that you are very close to it so that should you need to sit in the chair, you're right here at the chair for our chair pose flow. So let's soften the knees, feel ourselves in mountain pose. Now as we bring the arms up into that wide V, we'll bend the knees deeply and bring the outer hips back and the weight heavy in the heels for chair pose. Bringing the palms together at the center of the chest. So let's make it, let's do 6 of these chair pose flow. So any amount. And then
Hmm.